Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can create and verify your Exness account. Now with Exness, there's quite a few common traps that people often fall into, and this often results in their account not getting verified. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the entire process, show you where people usually go wrong, and how to actually fix this so that you definitely get verified. Now, jumping right in, the first thing that we want to do is, of course, register for Exness. And to make sure that you're on the right screen, I will leave a link down in the description. So just to show you this, we can go ahead and this will be the link right here. It will take you over to this page. Honestly, even if the page looks a little bit different, if you're watching this in a few months' time, that's still fine. That link is going to take you to the correct area. Now, from here, we then want to go ahead and click on register. And okay, we can just verify this. And now we want to go ahead, and this is where we can create our account. So the first thing that we want to do is go to the country or region of residence, and we can type in the country that we are from. So in here, I'm going to say the Isle of Man. We can enter that right there. And then we need to choose which email address we would like to use for Exness. So with this, you will either, of course, want your phone that you can get a verification code to, or alternatively, you can just open up another tab and you can go over to your email provider because they will be sending us a code at some point. But we can essentially go in and we can enter in the email address that we would like to use. Just like this. Then we want to create a password, so we can create our password right here. Just like that. It needs a special character, so we can go ahead and add that as well. And then down here, they also give us the option for a partner code. If you would like to enter mine in, I will leave that in the description as well. So you can come in here and enter in my partner code. Not entirely sure what it does, so you might get some bonuses from it, you might not. I have no idea. But you can enter that in there. And then down here, we can choose if we want to declare that we are not a US citizen. So as long as you're not a US citizen, we can make sure this is ticked. And then down here, we just click on register. So just like that, we have now registered for our Exness account. And the first thing that it's going to ask right here is, which type of account do we want to use? Do we want to use a demo account? This is essentially a fake account where you are trading with fake money. So basically a practice account. That's a better way of saying it. Or a real account. So of course we want to go for real. We want to set up a real account. So we can click into this. And now it's going to take us to this screen where all of the deposits are of course unavailable because, well, we aren't verified yet. If we try to click into any of these, it says we need to verify our profile. So let's go ahead and do that. What we want to do is, you see this yellow box at the top, we just click into complete profile right here. And then we have 3 steps in order to verify this. The first is confirm our email address. Then we just add some profile information and then we confirm our phone number. Very easy. Now, the place where people often mess up is this area right here. So this is where we need to get super specific. But for now, we just confirm our email address. So that is the first thing. They're going to send us over a code to our email. So all we need to do is go to the account that this is going to be sent to. And we can enter this code in right here. 356. Perfect. Now we need to go ahead and add in more profile information right here. So we can go ahead and click on complete now. And this is where we want to add in our personal details. So this needs to be the same as what is on your ID, whatever identification you have for your country. So we can go in here and I'm just going to enter in my name. We can then enter in our date of birth and the year that we were born in as well. Perfect. We then enter in the country of birth, so we can go for Isle of Man right here. And then for the gender, we can select our gender. And then we can come down and we can enter in our street address right here. Once all of this is entered, we just go ahead and click on submit. And now this is where they are going to take us to the questions that people often get wrong and often don't get their account verified. So we want to go through and answer these questions. What is the purpose of opening your account? Usually we're going to want to go for investment here. Hedging is very complex. It's where you open a position and then you go against that position at the same time. You probably won't be doing this, so we won't click that. And speculation is just looking at the markets and not really investing. So we're probably going to be investing, right? Then we can come in and choose your current employment status. This doesn't matter too much. Like even if you go unemployed, they'll probably accept you. But we can go ahead and enter this in. Then the profession and occupation, once again, this makes no difference whatsoever. Unless you're in government or something. I know that if you're in government, that can often mess things up. So as long as you're not in government, we are good to go. We can then choose the primary sources of income and wealth. So essentially, how are you going to be funding this account? Where are you getting that money from? So we can go maybe savings and for our employment. And that is all for me. That is all I will go for. But you can check as many of these as you like as well. So we can go ahead and click on this. We can then choose what is your estimated total liquid net worth. So all of the money that you have, is it above 1 million? Is it somewhere here in the middle? Or is it below 50,000? So we can just select one of these and click on continue. What is your annual net income? So how much do you make per year? Once again, all of these questions don't really make much of a difference. It's these that really start to. So even with this one, it doesn't really matter too much. I just wouldn't recommend going more than 50% of my annual income. That can sometimes raise some red flags. So we'll just go 25% right here. Then this is the question where people often get these wrong. So what is your CFD trading experience with real money trading account in the last 3 years? Now, I would recommend it being honest with this. They won't strictly chalk your account off for not having experience, but I will say it is better if you do have experience in here. So what we can do is we can go maybe and say we have a little bit of experience, 10 to 40 trades. That is true for me, so that's what I'm going to put. We can then say how much time do you spend on market analysis, reading news and trading per week. We can say maybe 4 to 12 hours. Do you have an education qualification or are you working towards relevant CSV trading? Now, I really wouldn't lie about this. We want to click on no right here. It doesn't matter. They will still accept us. Then right here, what would be the required margin for one lot, 1,000 euros to USD position, if your leverage is 1 to 100? Well, this, of course, would be 1,000. So we can enter that right there. When your open position is closed, so when will this happen? This is going to be when the market is moving against our position, of course. What are your plans on trading within the year? It doesn't matter what you put here, but let's say that we want to become a full-time professional trader. What instruments do you plan on using? So essentially, what are you going to be trading in? Are you going to be trading crypto, metals, commodities, stocks, any of these options? Once again, doesn't really matter what we go for here. How did you know about Exness for the first time? Let's just say YouTube. And then in here, before engaging in trading, it's going to ask us to consider financial situation. So we can go ahead, click all of these, click on submit. And then the last thing that we need to do, now both of these have been confirmed, is just confirm our phone number. So we can click on confirm phone and then we enter in our phone number right here. I just need to go ahead and grab my phone. Okay, and then we can go ahead and we can enter that in right here. Click on continue once this is entered, and it's going to go ahead and send us over an SMS or a messaging app. So maybe this is sometimes going to be on WhatsApp, or it's just going to be through your standard messages. So we just want to wait until that number or that code is going to come in. And now it's going to send a message over either SMS or a messaging app. So WhatsApp or something like this. It can come through any of those options. So we just go ahead and we wait for this to come through. And then we have the first bit of verification done. So just like that, I just received my code right there. So we can go ahead and type this in. Then from here, just like this, it now says profile details are complete. And all we have to do is now verify our identity to start depositing and trading. So we just want to click here on verify identity now. And of course, what we want to do is we now want to go in and verify our document. So we click here on upload document. And in this area, we just go through, we add a data user agreement. We go through here, select the identity document that we would like to upload. So let's say this is going to be an ID card. We would add an image of this in right here. Of course, I'm not going to do this because I'm just not going to dox myself. But that is literally all we have to do. We just add this in right here, submit the document, and that is how you can create and verify your Exness account. Get everything set up. I hope you found this video valuable. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button and tap the subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.